Hey, this is Werner, and you're listening to me from a very autumn vibe, Poland. And it's very much something that I have always imagined Europe to look like during autumn. Lots of kind of orange and yellow color, bright sunlight, Christmas crispness in the air. I continue saying Christmas. It's the second time I'm trying to do this recording. I think it's because Francie is trying to get into the Christmas vibe. He's potentially a little bit of a month early to that, but he's not caught on to the fact that Christmas is the next thing for him to look forward to. And why do I say next thing? Because he's been looking forward to Halloween for a long time. Now, from my previous recording, I've mentioned that it's not a big thing, not in Poland and neither in South Africa. And due to our American influence that we're getting from mostly films and TV shows, I think he's picked up on this whole idea of Halloween. And even though I've never been a convert to the idea, we decided to try and find a Halloween experience for him here in Warsaw. So the first step was to create our own experience. So we went out to one of the wholesalers here, grabbed, I think, 4 pumpkins, and then carved that Friday evening, which was fun. However, nothing ever works out the way you imagine it to be. So you picture kind of what's going to happen, and then when you go on this expedition or this kind of experience, the opposite happens. And I think that is also true even for me in my professional life. It's kind of the joy of doing design is that usually what you think is going to work doesn't. And you have to kind of design around that. But what I thought was going to happen is Francie getting really stuck into this whole idea of carving pumpkins. However, he was really latching onto the idea of carving, i.e. using a knife, which we didn't allow him to do. Not there yet, Francie, not there. However, the funniest part of this whole experience where things went wrong is when we actually cut off the top of the pumpkin. Now, you cut off the top and then you have to clear out the innards of the pumpkin. And although I've seen pumpkins carved up before, I never really partook in this. And I must say, I share this whole feeling with Francie is that a pumpkin is it's not like a cool vibe when you like dig into like the seed and kind of stringy part of a pumpkin. And although I'm not squeamish, Francie definitely was. And it was so funny because when we actually cut off the top for him and then handed over his pumpkin, he actually had this kind of throw up reaction. So it wasn't just about him kind of what he does with some of the foods, like, no, I don't like it. He really went 2 or 3 times because he really didn't want to touch it. So I ended up clearing out his pumpkin. He drew a few things on it that we then proceeded to cut out. But it was genuinely funny to see his little kind of reflex kicking in as he was encouraged to dig into the pumpkins. And then finally, we found a shopping mall of all places who had a little bit of a Halloween vibe going on here in Poland, here in Warsaw. So last night, we took the 2 boys, Francie and his friend, to go and experience that. And it wasn't like... I was in Orlando once to see like Halloween in full scale, and I must say I tip my hat to the folks who did that. That was really amazing, and it stuck to me with me ever since. But much smaller scale here in Poland. A few hay bales, like a little bit of a setup. They really went out their way to do something cool. They had a few people running around in costume to scare the kids and to interact with the kids. So I would say, lower than where my expectations was set. I mean, in fact, Marta and I didn't expect much. So in that case, much higher than we expected. We did have a good time. And Francie had his dreams come true because he went there dressed as Batman, his friend as a little soldier with a sword. Even though I think Batman also had a sword. That's new to me as well. But it was really cool to take them there, and then also afterwards sitting down and having a beer with my wife, which we haven't done in a long time. So that is the weekend. Also something that I didn't realize is that Monday is All Saints, so we have a public holiday tomorrow. I have some work to do The in-laws are having big meals planned for today and tomorrow, so we'll probably swing past there. But then Monday would be a little bit of a working day for me, which I'm fine with actually. Gives me a chance to catch up on a few things. But then also meant that we didn't really get a chance to go through to our estate house. Yeah, it's a joke. Estate house in Brodnica. So we are hoping to either do that next week or the following week, because we have to go and sign and do all kinds of tax things. And yeah, the final handover is also supposed to happen. But yeah, let's see when we get to pull that off, when work and public holidays don't get in the way. So I hope that you had a good Halloween weekend. Just to think that we are heading into November, it scares me. It really scares me that things are moving so fast. November. Tomorrow is November. Well, time flies, right? Time flies. So let me not waste any more of your precious time. Go out and find the extraordinary. Thanks for listening.